Network.
Two excellent guests. The first is the Mr. Wong's and Miss G's trained ex-head chef of Lotus. Welcome to Sam Young.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you, Sam. And the second, shot to fame as the host of Rock Wiz, and since then she's done everything from commentate Eurovision, host her own show in home delivery, and team up with Kitty Flanagan for the legal sitcom Fisk. A phenomenally talented and beautiful soul. Welcome, Julia Zamira.
Oh, thank you, Adam. I'm excited to be here.
It's good to see you, Julia.
It's lovely to see you.
Last time we were on screen together was for an episode of Home Delivery, your very long-running show.
Yes, and we took you back to Adelaide, and you were very generous in your memories. It was really great. And we met your dad, which was amazing.
Most notable because now he has fans. I was at the Blue Mountains with him on the weekend, and people come and say, you're Adam's dad from Julia Zamira's Home Delivery, aren't you?
But look, we do what we can. There you are. That'll last a couple of years, won't it?
And Sam, you're now doing pop-ups sort of under Juicy Banana, your business that you have with your partner Grace, the Big Sam Young Experience.
Yes, so we have launched this project during COVID when the lockdowns happened, and we just do it full-time doing private dinners and doing collaboration with different restaurants.
I think it's amazing because you truly do give people food that they could get nowhere else. Like, you can't even really get that kind of food at a restaurant because it is such a different style at a restaurant. But you give them the kind of dishes that people dream they could eat at home.
It's like a lobster toasty with truffle, caviar and sea urchins.
Stop it.
This is something that you'll never find in a restaurant.
Well, you might find it here, but thank you both of you for joining me here on The Cook Up. It is time to reveal our theme, and let me start by saying it makes very little sense, although it does link nicely with one of my guests' bios. That's clue number one. It's a way of eating without the traditionally requisite cooking or going out. It only really requires the use of one implement, and that implement is one of these. That's telephone. Our theme is home delivery. Now, we're not going to order delivery because that would make for a very bad cooking show. What we're going to do is cook our own delivery that we could eat at home.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes absolute sense to me.
Not so much to me or possibly to Sam, but we'll do what we can. What was it like hosting a show called Home Delivery? I guess it got to the heart of who people are, I think.
Well, it can, and I guess when you get to spend a whole day with someone and you take them back to places that are going to jog their memories, like you can tell me a story about your childhood here, but if I take you back to the place, all of a sudden looking around you start to remember things and sort of drop in emotionally sometimes. I feel like people come on because they want to share. They've got something they want to speak about.
You made me cry, Julia. You made me cry.
And I know you didn't want to, Adam, and I didn't mean to, Sam. I didn't mean to. But we talked about his grandmother, who was obviously a great influence on him in terms of cooking, and we found out so much more about her in the episode.
Sam, I'm just saying, watch out. She's sitting next to you. She's going to make you cry at some point today, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Can't wait. Look at him. Can't wait.
Well, let's get started cooking anyway. My favourite dish for delivery was, a bit of a story behind it, Wagyu donburi. So the reason I'm making this Wagyu donburi is that I used to live in Japan, and across the road from where I lived there was this place. And when I first moved to Japan, I didn't speak Japanese, I knew nothing about Japan, had absolutely no idea how to do anything. And there was this place across from me that made something, I actually don't know, but I would just sit there on my balcony looking out at this place, and they were so busy. They had like 15 delivery bikes. There were more bikes than there was shop space, and they just kept delivering food. And one day I decided, because I didn't speak Japanese and I couldn't order it on the phone, I would wander into this delivery store, which caused quite a lot of consternation because I don't think anyone had ever gotten something from there that wasn't delivery. And I said, can I have whatever it is that you sell? And it was a Wagyu donburi, and it was absolutely delicious. Did
you feel a bit nervous going in there without the language?
Yeah, I did actually.
You did?
You know, for the first little while in Japan, that I lived in Japan where I couldn't speak Japanese, it was a constant thing. I used to go to the supermarket and put headphones on so no one would speak to me because I have a Asian face, and it would be like, people would ask you questions and I didn't want to feel like an idiot all the time, not being able to respond to those questions.
Oh, God. How's your Japanese now?
It was okay by the end.
It's okay by the end, that's good.
Took a little while to get going, but
I love that you were observing this amazing thing happening and it was like, well, that clearly, all these people can't be wrong, I've got to have some.
So I'm just going to fry a bit of garlic there, and I'm going to make a very, very simple tare. It's basically kind of the teriyaki ingredients, but we're going to change it a little bit. So soy sauce, mirin, sake, some sugar. What I am going to do is add an egg as well. And I'm going to cook that egg in a non-traditional way in the microwave.
What now?
Yeah.
How's that going to work, Sam? That's explosion material for mine.
Not sure.
The key is you got to stop the parts of the egg that are going to explode.
That's right.
So what I do is I give actually the white a little bit of a whisk. then poke a few holes in the yolk, add just a splash of water to the top, and then microwave for not very long.
And why would you microwave it as opposed to maybe just... Is it the look?
Saves time, really.
So it saves time.
Yeah.
I love that you do stuff that saves time. Sam, tell me you do as well.
Because you're doing it in a nice sized ramekin, it'll fit very nicely on top of my little donburi.
Very nice. It'll be
bowl
pretty.
There.
Very smart.
Oh, I'm burning my...
He's very smart.
The non-smart part is I'm burning my garlic.
Well, that's all right. He went to school, because we did him on home delivery. Well, I think he finished all his Year 12 stuff by the age he was 15 or 16.
Julia, this is my show where I talk about you, not your show where you talk about me.
But I mean, it was impressive. It was impressive.
See how fast that is?
Can we look?
Yeah, look.
No, that's incredible.
Very simple little microwave egg there.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
That is perfect. Why did you put water on the top of it before you microwaved it?
It just sort of stops there being hot spots because the microwaves can possibly be a bit uneven if it's not rotating in the right way. So just the water just evens things out. So, mirin, sake, soy sauce.
Free pour. I love it.
Free
It's
pour.
a free pour.
But it's very, you know, we can adjust it later if it's not right. That's the thing. And some sugar as well. Bring that to a simmer and I'll reduce that down a little bit.
All my favourite flavours.
You know, you can do this with all kinds of things. And I actually like flavouring this as well. I sometimes will add truffle oil or black garlic instead of regular garlic. And it just becomes a kind of a nice... I'm not going to say all-purpose, but multi-purpose thing that you can do because the donburi is essentially... Donburi is a rice bowl, and that's what we're making. It's going to be rice, a couple of greens and things. We're going to grill some beef, put that on top, put the egg on top, drizzle it with that. Pretty simple.
Delicious.
Yeah. I think the reason that it was so popular, this delivery place, was that it would arrive in pretty much the same fashion as it left.
See, that's my definition. That's the thing with delivery. There's only some foods that really do arrive ready to go.
What does chefs order for home delivery?
Oh, usually like pizza or burgers, like greasy food, like especially after service.
Yeah, right.
My guilty pleasure is like Kentucky Fried Chickens.
Is it
Like
really?
Wicked Wings, like after service.
Except, Sam, I follow you on Instagram and I know that your Kentucky Fried Chicken often has...
Caviar.
Caviar on top.
I put caviar on it.
Literally, KFC drumstick, spoonful of caviar on top, and he's a madman.
Loves the salt, or that yummy salt.
That's right.
Salt he's there.
That's right.
I think I like to get Thai. That's still my preferred, or Vietnamese.
So I have just some nori, the seaweed that you would get wrapped around sushi, and this is, I think, fabulous for these kind of rice bowls. And I just prepare it just by cutting it with some scissors. You can finely slice it, but this is actually, for me, I get a bit, you know, it's lovely presentation. If you put it on top of the rice bowl, I would tend to, I guess, make it look a bit prettier. But I actually think putting it on top of the rice actually flavours the rice. So that's what I do with this. So I'm just going to grill my beef, but it's only going to take literally seconds. So I want to get everything kind of ready even before we get to that. So I've got some cooked rice. Get that into my rice bowl. Julie, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
Of all the things that you've done in television and well, not just television, all in the media and in your career, what's the thing you like the most?
I think it's been Rock Quiz because from the start when I did the audition and we did, 10 years on television and we still do it live, no one has ever told me to change what I'm doing. They let me improvise, they let me be free, and that's so rare in television that you can just be who you are.
Well, I think that's what people want to see. People want to see, people doing what they love.
Well, yes, they do, but often television executives and producers and directors try and change you, make you lose weight, dye your hair a different colour, all that sort of stuff. And from the beginning, they were just, you're the right person for this job. Ooh, so delicious!
So I'm just cooking this really on one side.
Yes.
Because it's so thin, I don't want to overcook it. And you also notice I haven't seasoned it at all.
Because it's so delicious on its own.
Well, we've got quite a lot of seasoning in the tare. So I just want to make sure that it kind of gets to where it needs to be. So we can probably start to finish. I put that directly on the rice there. Then I might add a few little leaves of lettuce, just torn up ever so slightly.
Make it pretty.
Around the base. Start to add in our beef to kind of build it up.
And that's just such a healthy meal, isn't it, too? A bit of protein, a bit of green,
honestly, it does not take any time at all to get something like this done. Egg out of the old ramekin.
Yum.
Just tease him out there. Really give it
Yes, please.
some of this.
Yum.
And then quite obviously how lovely kind of... You see how it's sort of slightly thickened that's become?
Oh, my God.
And you want to be quite generous with this because
Yes,
what's
you
happening
do.
now is a lot of the juices from the Wagyu are dripping down onto
Oh, my God.
whatever is happening underneath. And that is it, basically. Wagyu donburi and a microwave egg.
Yum.
Well done, you.
This is the kind of thing that we actually eat at home a lot because, you know, stick a bit of kimchi with this and it's kind of a total meal.
Kimchi would be amazing. It's so tasty. So tasty.
Amazing how quick and easy that was.
The Lunar New Year. It's about family, friends, festivities, and of course, the food. Whether you're dining in or eating out, roar into the Year of the Dragon with these delectable delights tonight on the Asian Food Network.
Mint sauce is incredibly simple to make.
That is so good.
I see. This is like the restaurant style.
Really, really nice.
I love this idea of steaming it.
You do want them a little bit charry?
This is my signature dish. I could eat this all day.
The Cook-Up with Adam Liao. Wednesdays on the Asian Food Network.
That's an explosion of flavour.
India has always been a great mystery to me. It's full of colour, flavours and chaos.
Wow. It's like a really soft, fluffy pillow.
It's the flavors and the people that matter.
Good food should be shared with everyone.
Embark on an unforgettable odyssey with Luke Nguyen,
Wow, look at that.
savoring India's unique culinary tapestry.
That is absolutely divine.
Luke Nguyen's India. Thursdays on the Asian Food Network. Unleash your inner foodie in 3 bites.
Crunchy, crispy, juicy.
Level up with insider picks.
That's like the best way to do lunch.
The best way to witness the cuisine is right at the ground level.
Maximum flavor. Zero limits.
It's just over the top luxurious, and I love it.
Maximum Foodie. Premieres 24th February on the Asian Food Network.
Talk to me about this dish, though.
Look, home delivery. I was thinking, what's the fastest thing I can cook that I find enjoyable?
Yep.
Now, firstly, let me say a really sexy word for you, menopause. Since